Hi everyone, I hope you're well and I hope you've been enjoying some of the safety videos this week. Today I'm going to continue with the theme and talk a little bit about home safety. So firstly I want to mention blind cords. In the UK, 33 children have died since 2001 due to strangulation on blind cords. Because of this, in 2014 some regulations came into place which stated that any blind sold in the UK must be sold with the safety fittings that attach the blind cords to the windows. The problem is that recent studies show that before this time, millions of blinds have been fitted without these safety fittings, and they could still be up at people's windows now. Therefore, it's really important to check that if we visit a family, relative or a friend and our children are playing in rooms which they're not fully supervised in and they may have blinds at the windows, it's really important that we just to be mindful of this because it could prevent a really serious accident from occurring. And also if you move into a new house and you already have blinds at the windows, just double check that the safety fittings are there, and if not, you can purchase them. But this can save a child's life. Another thing to bear in mind is if you've got blinds in a child's bedroom, sometimes we have like the blackout blinds, don't we, so that they can sleep a little bit better at night. To actually think about where we place their furniture in the room. You know, do we have anything underneath the window that they could climb onto to reach the windows? Because if we do, the children can reach the blind cords, and if they're not secured down tight enough, they could become trapped and accidents and even death could occur. So it's just something to keep in mind. Next, I want to talk about nappy sacks, because as well, many babies, especially under ones, have died due to suffocation on nappy sacks. And this is because they've got hold of them because they've been left in their reach. Quite often, babies are attracted to nappy sacks because they are brightly coloured and they are perfumed, they're scented. And they're left in reach when they're being changed if parents have been distracted, you know, if they've turned their back for a moment and they've got hold of the nappy sacks. But also, what's even more worrying is that many of these deaths that have been recorded state that the deaths have occurred while the baby has been in a cot on a night time or during a nap time, because the nappy sacks, along with the nappy and everything that you need to clean the baby, has been left inside the cot. Now, we all know that babies, they tend to reach for things and put things into their mouth. That's their development stage. But they don't have the ability to remove things from their mouth. So these accidents could have occurred by babies putting the nappy sacks over their mouth and then not being able to remove them. Or if they've been on the cot, in the cots, the babies could have got hold of them and then they could have rolled onto the nappy sacks and not been able to move back and actually inhaled and suffocated that way. And it's really sad because it can be preventable and nobody obviously wants to see this happen. But it's just a little bit more thought about where we put our nappy sacks when we're at home. So it's really important that we don't leave them lying around on the floor or in the cot, on the mattress, under the bed, and even in the changing bags, because as children become more able to move around and they're crawling or rolling, they can get to places where we might have stored them down at their level, and unfortunately accidents can happen. Next, I want to talk about falls in the home, because falls in the home make up 44% of all childhood accidents, and every year at least 10 children die as a result of a fall in the home, mostly on the steps. But there has been recordings of a small number of children falling from windows or balconies that have led to death. So it's really important that we think about the following things. Things like making sure that we have safety gates at the top and at the bottom of the stairs, even before children reach that developmental stage. And that's because they develop at all different rates, and sometimes they might be able to do something and we're not actually aware of it. So it can come to one day and your baby has just taken that leap and they're halfway up the stairs, and accidents can happen. Another thing to remember is to not have things on the stairs that are going to attract the baby's attention in the first place, so that they want to go up the stairs. And also, if they are learning to go up the stairs with you following them, don't have anything that's going to cause them to fall or trip as a result of wanting to reach or grab things as well. When you are applying these safety gates, make sure that they are at a height where the baby can't fit underneath, because that's been known to happen too. And before we know it, the baby's down the stairs. And also make sure that they are securely fastened to the wall so that they cannot be pulled on top of them. When it comes to things like windows and balconies, if you have windows in your house that the children can reach, so if you have low down windows, it's a good idea to check that these windows are locked, because children, babies explore, they're inquisitive, it's their nature. Just because something's closed doesn't mean they can't open it. And also, as with the blind cords, it's a good idea to think about what we store underneath the windows. You know, not have things there that babies and children can climb on to actually reach a window. By just thinking about these things and being a little bit more mindful, hopefully we'll be preventing some of these accidents from occurring. If you'd like some more information on accidents in the home, you can visit the Child Accident Prevention Team. Go onto their website and have a look at some of the more information that they have on there, or the ROSPA website, where you can find out more. Thank you.